Hello and welcome to another update video about DOT. On the DOT chart, the overall bigger picture is still unchanged, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but we had this 5-wave move to the upside, a corrective pullback into our support region. 460 is the main relevant bullish support. I have no clear bullish view below 460, but there is this area I often call no man's land below the support level, but above the invalidation point, which is 355. Where the price could dance around a little bit without invalidating, but the bullish prospects will reduce in likelihood significantly whenever the price breaks and sustains below the 78.6 retracement. The additional problem would be that if it happens, the price would also break out of this wedge pattern to the downside, which is a potential bullish pattern, a bullish structure. Yeah, it's highlighted here in red. At least it's a structure where we can say that typically when we see that on a chart, the downside momentum is reducing and the likelihood of an upside breakout is definitely there and it's quite high, okay? But obviously we don't have a breakout until we have actually a breakout. So it's something we can watch for, but the signal isn't there yet. The signal isn't there, but all I can do is prepare you for it. And I would say there's a good chance that it actually happens. It's good enough to be watching it, the likelihood, especially because the initial rally from the 5th of July low is a 5-wave move, at least a potential 5-wave move. I mentioned before that this last wick to the upside is not visible. For example, on the Coinbase chart, it looks a bit different. Okay, it looks a bit different, which is why I am not very convinced about the microstructure. There are just a few ways how this can be interpreted. I like to refer to Binance here because it is the clearest one. But if we say, okay, maybe this wick isn't relevant, then I mean, maybe the wave 1 is still unfolding, okay? Or maybe wave 1 was here, yeah? So that makes it a bit difficult. However, it doesn't really change much. The invalidation point of this small 1-2 setup wouldn't change. The invalidation point just of the micro pattern here is at $4.94, $4.95, this swing low that formed on the 5th of July. And we can keep it very simple, and I'd say, okay, this support region is relevant, the micro support. Don't actually know why I call it lower micro support. It's just a micro support area. These are less reliable than the main support regions and less relevant. However, it is still, it's still relevant for this micro pattern. So as long as we're holding here the $5.24 level, the white scenario has a chance, which would be for an upside breakout. Today, the price is flirting with that trend line a little bit, but we haven't actually touched it yet. And it takes really a convincing breakout to suggest that the third wave has started. If the third wave is starting from here, and it is possible because the A wave might have bottomed, the B wave might have topped, actually in ideal resistance, and then the C wave might be finished. Okay. If it happens, then the third wave should get to the 1.38 extension of the initial 1-2 setup, and here we actually talk about $8.49. Now, if the wave 2, or if we see another low, another dip into the micro support region, we might test, the target for a third wave will go down as well. So just to give you an example, if we go down to, let's say, 550, then the upside target for a third wave goes down to $8. Not bad, but just a bit lower. Okay, so that's sort of how this all comes together. But essentially, we need a break out of this wedge. I think that could be interesting. Yesterday ADA also broke above a trend line, and since then it's just basically continued its upside momentum, built more upside momentum, and yeah, so I think we have a few trend lines. VeChain is at a trend line. So yeah, that's my update about DOT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.